everyone, welcome to this workout today. We're going to be using our cable machine for all of these exercise moves, and today we're going to be using our straight bar, our leg attachment, and our handles. So we're going to do 12 to 15 reps of each one of these exercises. I'll be showing you the position, you choose your weight accordingly, and we'll show you the move and the form. All right, let's get ourselves warmed up. Let's do some step out jacks. Tap that toe out each side, bring those arms up and overhead. If you need to, just bring your arms up halfway. A few more. All right, let's do some arm circles to the back. Do your circular rotation for your particular mobility. All right, we're gonna switch directions. Circling from the back to the front. Keep those shoulders down. All right, let's do some butt kickers. So our hands, our palms are gonna be facing down. We're gonna bring those heels up towards our glutes, alternating sides. Really open that chest, bring those elbows, drive them back. All right, we're gonna point the toe up. We're gonna take our arms like we're shoveling, picking something up off the ground. Make sure you hinge at that waist. Nice flat back. Abs pulled in. All right, we're gonna reach each direction, extend that leg out, really warm up our body from head to toe. Let's reach over at a diagonal. All right, high knee march, and you're just gonna punch straight out front. Bring that knee up at that nice bent 90 degrees. Let's take that knee now and make a nice circle. Warm up those hips. All right, let's jump right in. Our first exercise, we're going to put the handles on. We're going to be in that lowest position. We're going to do a side raise. So if you need to, just hold on to your machine, just a light touch to keep your balance. Make sure it's not over the cable portion. Slight bend in those knees, abs pulled in. We're going to raise it straight out to the side, just to shoulder height. Well, raising it up, slowly lowering it down. All right, jump in, 12 to 15 reps. Nice, slow and controlled movements. Do your 12 to 15 reps. And then we're going to switch to the other arm and do the same thing. All right, so I'm going to change over to this side so you can see. Step away from the machine, knees bent, abs pulled in, nice straight up and down position. And bring that handle out to the side, slight bend in that elbow, of course. All right, nicely done. Bring that back to the machine and we're gonna do some squats. So we're gonna leave it in the low position, adjust your weight accordingly. And we're gonna grab onto that handle, bring it up to our chest height. Okay, we're gonna separate those feet out a little more than hip width, toes pointed out ever so slightly. You're gonna squat down, keeping that chest up, that rear end back, and those knees tracking the same angle as your toes. All right, we're gonna go down, come up halfway, go back down, and stand. And when you come to standing, really tighten those glutes up. All right, let's go. Down, halfway up, back down, and that's one. If you prefer, you could use a rope or a straight bar rather than the handle. And keeping that chest up. Proper form is key. Those last couple should be a challenge, but you don't want your form to suffer. That's how we prevent injury, and we make sure our muscles are being used properly. All right, I'm gonna do one more. Whew, nicely done. Release that back to the machine. Next up, we're gonna be doing a single arm kneeling pull down. So we're gonna move our position up to the top. Make sure that's locked in well. Adjust your weight accordingly. But we're gonna put it in one hand, that knee down, other knee up. Stay square to the machine. Drive that elbow down and back. Bring that handle right there to chest height. Keeping that elbow in close to your body, and then slowly release it back. I pause slightly when I bring that down, just to get that little extra contraction. Abs pulled in. We'll do 12 to 15 reps on one arm, and then we'll switch to the other one here in a moment. Got one more. All right, I'm gonna switch over to my other side so you can see hopefully a little better. Make sure that's locked in. Put my weight on. All right. Okay. Other leg up, other knee bent. See if I can angle this a little bit better. There we go. Drive that elbow down and back. Abs pulled in, nice and square, hips and shoulders to the machine. Exhale as you're bringing that, pull that down. Make sure you're counting your reps. Said those last couple should be a challenge. All right, last one. Good. Release that back. Okay, now we're gonna be moving on to our pull-off press. We're gonna bring this down so it's more like right at chest height. Adjust your weight if you want to. What we're gonna do is we're gonna interlock those fingers, both hands on one handle. Step away from the machine so that when you bring it back, you've got still some movement. All right, so you're gonna bring it together towards your chest, press it straight out, bring it back towards your chest, and then back towards the machine. So you're twisting that upper part of your body when you're going back to the machine. Pull those abs in. This is working that midsection as well as our shoulders and our chest and our back. We do our 12 to 15 reps on this side, and then we're gonna switch and pull out from the other direction. All right, nicely done. Let that release. We're gonna do the other side. Okay, same thing, get a good grasp on that handle. We're gonna take it from the machine out to center, push straight out, bring it back to your chest, and then back to the machine. Nice and slow and controlled. Sure those abs are pulled in. Got a nice stable base. Those knees are slightly bent. All right, I'm gonna do a couple more. All right, nicely done. All right, we're gonna switch out the handles now for our straight bar. And we're gonna be doing some bicep curls. So we're gonna set our position to low, and we're gonna set our weight accordingly. Just like that. All right, you're gonna grab onto that straight bar that you have, get a good underhand grasp, step away from the machine a little bit, a little bend in those knees, keep those elbows in close to your body, and you're gonna curl it up towards your chest. Nice and slow and controlled. You can see how nice and slow I've been actually doing that curl both up and down. All right, let's begin. All right, nicely done. We're gonna continue with the bar here. We're gonna be doing a bent over row. So we're gonna change our position to where we are more of an overhead grip. And we're gonna bend ourselves over, I would say about a 45-degree angle. You can see I've kind of pushed my rear end back. You'll know because that'll make you nice and stable. We're gonna bring that right up, just kind of like right at that lower rib cage area. And then release it back down. Just like that. Pause slightly when you come up to your row position. All right, let's go. Be nice and methodical and slow, purposeful for these moves. You get that constant tension from that cable and weight movement. So take advantage of that. All right, I'm gonna do one more. Whew. Nicely done. We'll bring that back in towards the machine, and we're gonna do a tricep extension. So we're gonna move our position up to the highest one. Adjust your weight if you need to, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring that bar in close to, to like a bent position, elbows close in, and we're gonna do that tricep extension or that pull down. All right, so get a hold of your bar, bring those elbows in close at that 90-degree bend, press it down, and then back up. Really working those triceps. All right, we got one more move with our bar, and that's going to be a deadlift. So we're going to actually take this back down to the lowest position. Again, make sure that's locked in, and we're going to do a deadlift. So we're going to step ourselves away from the machine so we have enough movement clearance. Get a slight bend in those knees, but you're going to bend over, hinge at the waist, bring that weight back towards the machine, just to where you'll feel that nice hamstring stretch, and then we're going to stand back up to standing. All right, let's go. Nice and slow and controlled. Again, make sure those knees have a nice little bend in them. I have one more. Good. Walk back in towards the machine, release that weight. All right, we're gonna take our straight bar off now, because we're gonna now move to our leg wrap. So we are going to wrap this around our, I'm gonna say outside leg, because when I face you, this will be on that outside angle. Hook it to our machine. Okay, we're gonna leave this in that lower position. We're gonna do a bent over kickback. So adjust your weight accordingly, but what we're going to end up doing is stepping away. We're going to bend over, put a hand onto that cable machine, and we're going to push that foot and heel back. See, I have a flexed foot, toe pointed to the ground, nice flat back on my bent over, and we're going to kick it back and then bring it back towards the machine. Just like that. Jump in. Even the leg that's not doing any work's getting some work as well. You can feel that one and that glute, even in that quad. Nice, slow and controlled. Keep those hips square to the ground. Do your 12 to 15 on one leg. All right. And when you're ready, bring that back. You're gonna stand up tall, and we're gonna be doing what I call a pendulum swing. All right, you're gonna keep that at the low level, adjust your weight if you need to, but we're gonna put that other leg right in front of the other one, swing it out, and then bring it slowly back towards the machine. So we're gonna work our outer thigh and our inner thigh on the same move. All right, if you need to, hold on a little bit for balance, out, and then back in. Do your 12 to 15. All right. Now we're going to switch to the other leg. So release that weight down. I only have one leg strap, so I'm going to just switch legs. And I'm also going to move to this side so that hopefully you'll be able to see me just fine. I think this will, let's see, in the first one, I'm going to go this way. So hook it to your machine. You should have the same weight, but we're going to do that bent over kickback first. All right, so you're going to bend yourself over. You're going to kick that back, toe pointed towards the floor, foot flexed. Twelve to 15 on this leg. All right, nicely done. All right, so I'm gonna switch myself over to my other side so that you can see my swing a little bit better. Step away from the machine. All right, we're going to bring it across in front, then back towards the machine. All right, nicely done. Bring that back in. We're gonna unhook ourselves. All right, we got through all of those exercises. So now we're gonna do a little stretching. We're gonna cool down. So nice wide lunge, one knee bent, arm resting on there. Bring that arm up and overhead. All right, let's reach toward that side wall. Get a nice stretch all the way down that side. All right, let's go to the other side, same thing. All right, let's stretch towards that side. Good, let's put one knee down, one foot up. We're gonna push those hips forward, get a nice stretch, back of that leg, front of this leg, even our glutes. Let's take one arm overhead and just lean slightly over that upward bent leg. All right, let's rock back. Toe up, reach for that toe. Just bring your chest down towards that leg. All right, let's switch legs so the other one is now up. Push those hips forward. Let's take that arm up and overhead. Reach, bend over towards that upper leg. All right, let's sit back, toe up, chest down. All right, let's get in child's pose. Knees wide, toes together. Sink that rear end back to those heels. Really reach with those fingertips. Couple of deep breaths, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Walk our hands one direction. All right, let's walk the other direction. Nicely done. Bring one arm across, grab onto that elbow. Just give it a nice little gentle stretch. Let's take that elbow up towards the ceiling. Put that hand behind our head, get a nice tri-step stretch. Bring that other arm across. Elbow toward that ceiling. All right, let's go ahead and stand up. We're gonna do some nice big shoulder rolls. We're gonna roll them forward and then around to the back and circle. You guys did great today. Keep up the good work. If you like these cable machine workouts, there is a lot more of them on my YouTube channel. Check them out. These all started from a special request from one of my subscribers. So keep that in mind. Let's do some nice big, just reach down, inhale, exhale. Love to hear your comments. Let me know what else you want to see. I also have workouts on Instagram, so check those out as well. Again, nicely done. Keep coming back. Let me know what you think and keep up the good work.